Crossover Report. I want to welcome you to our web series, Three Guys, One Mic. Our second video we're doing here. We're going to get into some videos, doing a little bit of conference previews for the upcoming college basketball season. We're doing a lot of work, these last day or two, going into a lot of these conferences. We're going to talk about, for each conference, a player of the year in the conference, a team that, is underrated that could have a dark horse of a season in the conference, and then who we think is going to be the conference champ in each of these conferences. So the first conference we're going to start off with is the ACC. 4 teams in the ACC are ranked within the preseason top 25. So ACC, always a power conference, added some teams over the last few years. And, North Carolina, the number 1 team in the preseason poll in the ACC. So should be a good conference season in the Athletic Coast Conference. I don't know, what do we want to do? We want to start with Player of the Year?
Why don't we start with conference champs?
All right, let's start with the conference champ then. What do you guys want to get it started?
I really like this Duke team this year. They're kind of getting overshadowed by Maryland and North Carolina. But they have one of the best recruiting classes I think we've seen in a long time, with Brandon Ingram, Derek Thorne, Luke Kenner, Chase Jeter. I mean, those are 4 guys in the top 25. That's ridiculous. Brandon Ingram is one of the best players in the conference in the nation. He really plays a lot like, Anthony Davis. He's a really good player. And then they bring back Emil Jefferson and Grayson Allen, who are going to do good things for them. So I really like this Duke team. They're my pick to win the conference.
Yeah, I like Duke in almost any other conference. I think they really got a tough thing with North Carolina in their conference this year, though. North Carolina's got Marcus Page, who's a veteran guard, coming back this year, poised to have a huge year for them. And then they got guys, role players like Justin Jackson, who really showed he can contribute last year in the NCAA tournament. And then you put Kennedy Meeks in with all those two, and they got a good inside-out game with Marcus Page and Kennedy Meeks. North Carolina's got a lot of depth this year. Roy Williams been there, done that, just like Coach K, one of the best coaches in the country. And I think he's got the veteran leadership this year to get it done in the ACC, which is a great conference this year, like it is every year.
And I totally agree with Nick. I'm going with North Carolina for them to win the conference as well. Like Nick said, they're way too deep. They've got, from point guard to center, they fill every position well. This should be Roy Williams' year to, win another conference title. And really, this team should be in it come, March Madness season, and should be Williams' chance to win his 3rd national title. And it's going to be fun to watch North Carolina this year. A lot of star power guys, and they'll be fun to watch. So those are our conference champs in the ACC. Do we want to do that, the dark horse team?
Sure.
Yeah,
go ahead, Nick.
All right, my dark horse this year is going to be Notre Dame. Coming off a really good year last year. They lost Jarian Grant and Pat Connaughton, 2 of their top scorers. They are bringing back Demetrius Jackson, who was a McDonald's All-American, and this year I think he's going to be a junior. Coming in this year, he had a really good year last year, really nice tournament, really stepped up for them. He's probably rated number 11 overall player, 12 in the year, so he's going to have to pick up the scoring for where Jarian Grant and Connaughton left off. But they also got Zach August, who also had a really good tournament last year, and he can be a really good big. He moves very well and runs the floor nice. And then they're bringing back Steve Pistoria, who can shoot and help spread the floor for Demetrius Jackson. And Bonzie Colson he was a guy off the bench last year. He was a nice big, moved well, played good defense for them. If those 2 step up, I think Notre Dame can make a run in the ACC tournament just like they did last season.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with Nick on this one. I like Notre Dame a lot. Demetrius Jackson was a high school All-American. Kind of got overshadowed last year by Jarian Grant, but now it's his time to step up to be that guy. You could see him getting 16 or 17 points per game, plus running the pick and roll with Zach August. That's going to be a pretty tough thing for opposing defenses to cover. Yeah, I like Notre Dame having a chance at running the table in the ACC.
My team, I'm going to go with Florida State. They're bringing back 3 or 5 of their starters from last year, bringing back their leading scorer in Xavier Rathon-Mays, who can light it up from outside. So they're bringing him back, which is huge. And then, Florida State always seems to bring in a top 100 guy every year. It just depends on how they play. So another strong freshman class that they're bringing in, that's led by shooting guard Dwayne Bacon, who's a top 100 recruit. I think the question is can these freshmen, and it's really been the last 5 years when they bring in these pretty good freshman classes, the problem has been the chemistry issue. The guys don't really click with a few of those veteran leaders that they bring in. And that's the question. If these guys can click with the veterans, I think Florida State's going to be a contender in the ACC, could make it to that ACC title game. So they'll be fun to watch with that freshman class and then the players they're bringing back. So they're my team to look for as the dark horse.
I like the win big.
And then let's get into then who we think the player of the year in the ACC will be.
I'm going to go with the team that I got to win in the ACC, North Carolina. I'm going to pick Marcus Page. I just think he's ready for a big year. I mean, he's been here, been there, done that. He's ready to take his game to the next level, and I think he's the best player in the ACC, and he's going to show it.
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up between Marcus Page and Brandon Ingram, but I'm going with Brandon Ingram. He's got crazy length. A lot of people compare him to KD or Anthony Davis. I think he's much more Anthony Davis because he plays defense exceptionally well. He can rebound well. He plays down low well. But yeah, he's gonna have a big breakout year for Duke. He's my player of the year for the ACC.
I'm gonna go with Nick, Marcus Page as well. I think this is his year. He's always had, like Nick said, he's had the attributes. Hasn't been healthy his whole career. He's had, a year where he was injured. But he's what makes the Tar Heels go on offense and defense. He, sets up their players. He's their go-to guy down the stretch of games, and I think it's going to be a big year for him and, going to be the reason why North Carolina is so well. So he's going to do so well. I'm going to go with Marcus Page. So those are our ACC previews, player of the year, dark horse, conference champs. So it should be a fun year in the ACC once again. A lot of competitive teams, and it's going to be fun to watch. So ACC, crossover report, 3 guys, 1 mic. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Coming at you from the Shy 708. We got 6 rings, Michael Jordan, great. Need to save the date, this a brand new debate. Talk teams that we love and talk teams that we hate.